Hello out there, how's it going? My name is Mines and welcome to another base tour. And this one is it's a pretty big one we're going to be checking out today, and it should be really interesting. I was here about a week ago and I messaged or I left some signs asking if it was okay to tour the base, since I thought that this could be active, and I waited over a week and nobody had replied, so I'm just going to assume it's inactive or the base owners don't come on very often, so it should be okay for me to do a tour. And this place is on a highway called the Vargas Pass. I'm unclear on, it's not clear what the actual base's name is. We'll maybe be able to figure that mystery out when we tour around this place, but yeah, we'll have to see. So this is the first build we'll be checking out. It's a sandstone and prismarine build. So the use of prismarine tells me it's this fairly newer base, maybe 2015 possibly. Um, and yeah, it's got these banners all over. That could be their like symbol of this group, but there are a few banner variants around here, like you see different banners around, so perhaps not. I think we're gonna have to go out the front to get to the different parts of this base. So yeah, you can see it says VO. I think it says VO there, so a pretty strange build using the purple wool on the front of this, which looks really well. It seems to have turned out really well anyway. And yeah, this place doesn't have a roof. I don't think they got around to finishing this, so perhaps it's still a work in progress, and the guys who made it come online every so often to do some more work. It's got some purple carpet following the theme, and they did have maps up here, but unfortunately when I got here they were all on the floor, and I picked them up and put them in a different chest. So yeah, there's a little map wall up there at one point. Let's just try and get around here. A little more, another room with little significance, I don't think. Okay, let's move on from this part. Is there anything at the top of this hill? There is something in the corner over here. And you can see they've used jack-o'-lanterns to kind of populate the whole area and flood it with light. So, yeah, a pretty cool texture on the ground with all the jack-o'-lanterns. We've even got some rabbits running around here. It's very cool. It does seem to be filled with animals, especially on the other side. A few cactus. And the wall has a pretty interesting design. I think we'll go check the wall out just for a second. Let's go out here then. Okay, so here you can see the wall, and it does stretch around, and it's got the the broken stone bricks being used. I like that. I like how it's not just one block color or one block texture. My bad. It does definitely add something to the build. Um, so I think now we'll head over to this side of the base, and you'll see a few more interesting places come into render. One of them being this creeper pixel art that somebody made, and it's not just a basic green, they've gone with a few different colours. It looks like a little baby creeper almost. Yeah, quite a nice statue up here. You don't see too many, you do see a few creeper pixel arts, but this is the first wall one I think I've seen on the server. The wall does extend into the bit of ocean that they have in this base, because it does cover a pretty wide area, which allows them to like build in multiple biomes. Like this part's in a desert, that part's in a savanna, and over here is just kind of in the ocean that they built into. So yeah, it does look like somebody's been here and griefed this place. Like when I saw all the maps missing, and these street lamps are clearly supposed to have glowstone or beacons in them or something. But unfortunately they've been removed. So this is a residence, like this is where the residents of the base reside. um, so yeah, they've got a couple of interesting banners. And there isn't a sign. I think there may have been a sign at one point, but not anymore. A few items in there. And some bookcases. And a few items in item frames. Quite nice decoration. Not too populated, but just kind of the right amount to give it a nice touch. and make it feel a lot more like home. Little balcony there, so we'll head down into the next house. So we'll go for the smaller hut now, and this is literally just a small hut. There isn't really much more I can say about this. A little well here, and yeah, the NPC villager kind of hut thing that they've got going here where they store them all. I wonder if they've got any good trades. Yeah, it looks like they did trade them up. Wow, they did trade them up quite a bit. 2 written books for an emerald, that's pretty good. Oh, what a great trade. Oh no, I'm being blocked. I think we'll go out this door. Sneak out while they're not looking, so. Yeah, I think this is a residence area, and what's this? Little wheat field out here. Is there anything in this chest over here? A few little farming materials. Farming on the ocean. Not the not the most convenient place to set up a farm, but definitely a lot of water, which is why I guess they set it up here. And it looks very nice as well. Like you can see they put fences around everything. They even put fences around the trees, which is a really nice touch. And so we'll head over to this side of the base now. And you can see there's a little underwater build there. We'll check that out soon enough. But there is quite a lot for me to go over here, so I'll do my best to show you it all. And I'm sorry if I miss anything out. So yeah, this little mushroom here, or should I say big mushroom, looks really good, and they've obviously got the silk touch to go out and collect these blocks from different places around the world. Probably a mushroom biome, I assume. There isn't too much interior to this one, apart from a little pig that's peering in here, wondering what's inside. And then a few little smaller mushrooms surrounding it. Yeah, so we'll follow the brick path, I think. There's just so much to see, like I don't know where to go. It's kind of daunting when you've got to explore a base like this, or even bigger bases, and I see them, I'm just like, I have no idea where to start, or how to go about doing this, but I'll just work my way around slowly. So yeah, some different paths being used, it switches up a little bit. A nice little bridge passing over here, and yeah, they've even got a pig with a saddle on it. I wish I had a stick and a carrot so then I could ride it, but unfortunately I don't. If I find one in the chest, I'll definitely be sure to do that. I believe this just leads out. Oh my gosh, no it doesn't. It does continue on. We'll have a quick look over here, but I don't think there is too much to see. They've obviously got their villager grinder. Quite a nice pattern. I do like that. Stone and diorite, my bad. And then they've got all the iron golems that fall down into there. I'll see if this has actually accumulated much. No, it looks like it's been harvested or collected fairly recently. A few villagers being trapped in their little cages. This could have been home to a snow golem at one point, possibly. You can see all the snow in the middle. That's what I'm thinking. But who knows? The start of a nice quartz build over here. Yeah. I think I just heard a ticking or something. Oh, it might have just been the bunny hopping on the pressure plates. And they've obviously used quite a few valuable blocks, and this place must have taken a long time to construct, since they do have quite the collection of impressive builds around here. And this is another one, like an old ruined castle. Let's head up here and check out this, and it's kind of got a really aged sort of feel to it, especially on the bottom layers. So I think we'll head into here. This is kind of the grand entrance, the staircase leading up. There's always got these staircases that kind of spiral slightly up to the second level, with a nice texture on the floor, a nice pattern. Alright, so yeah, I think this was a previous, like an older storage room, since all this is empty now. And it's all been moved to another location in the base, which you'll be able to see in just a minute when we get to it. And we'll take the ladder up to the top to get ourselves a good view of this base. Yeah, this room looks pretty fancy. Like, I do like this room a lot. So yeah, they've got the paintings on the walls. They've even got a little dog here with the purple collar. And a few different armor pieces. Just chilling in the room. Bit more of a bland room up here. You can see, get a little peek of the outside. I think we'll just be heading straight up to the top. Alright, so Yeah, just as the rain clears off, clears up, we can see part of the base. But that's kind of the area we haven't explored yet, but you can definitely see for quite a while out here. Yeah, you can see the the scale of this base as well from way up here on the castle. So I think we'll just end up hill down. Okay, so let's continue. They've got these gates, like the one that I originally came through when I first started recording. They've got these gates on several parts of the castle, and they do appear to be very, very welcoming, and they seem to want quite a few people to visit because they've built like a whole highway, like a rail track, half like thousands and thousands of blocks across the world. Um, so more people hopefully stumble across it. They see the path, they follow the path, and they find this small utopia out here. Yeah, this is quite a nice. I like how they've mixed the mycelium and the grass in together. And it would have taken so much time to build something like this. And collected all the blocks that they needed. This is quite an interesting house as well. There isn't too much inside of it. But kind of the subtleness of the clay is very cool. Okay, so I think we're going to have to move on to the main house, I think, now. Since we haven't exactly been up there yet and explored it. So, just before we head in there, I kind of want to head around the side. And there should be a little room that we can explore with some colours and coloured glass. So that's where I'm heading. Alright, so yeah, you can see it over here. And I did take their horses around the base. They've got a few horses around here. So that makes me think that this is probably the work of multiple people. So yeah, you can kind of see the stained glass they've got on the front of this. Let's just free cam out a bit. It's quite an impressive from the outside, although there isn't too much on the inside. I think it is very, it's a quite iconic and interesting little entrance right here. So we'll take this path heading to the, oh yeah, I remember this. They've got like a really interesting array of farms over here. And they're all on different levels, and they're kind of a bit spontaneous there. They don't follow too much order, but they look really natural and cool in the world. So yeah, and it just heads down here, and there's a little path taking you back up and back down. A load of coca beans for them to harvest down here. And what's this? To the glass house. Keep the door shut. So I gotta make sure I keep the door shut. And we'll head down and check out this place, because this was the underwater build you saw a minute ago. And it's a very cool one. Like, I, I, I don't know, there's something about the underwater builds that you don't see them too often because people don't really want to put the time into developing them. But yeah, they've got an underground sugarcane farm over here. They are quite keen on their farms because I think a lot of the people that stop here are probably likely to stay for a while before they leave, and they want to stock up or stock them up on definitely on a lot of resources they might need to travel. And it's on the Varga Pass. That's what it was called, the Varga Pass. That's the rail system that people can take to get to this place. And I think I said there was a highway, but I didn't mention that there's actually a railway you can take all the way to this place. If the TPS is if the TPS is smiling, you can do that. Alright, so I think we're gonna go into the back entrance of the main house now. And yeah, this is kind of the I think this is the central area. Like, this is the meeting room on hub and everything. The control station. So I'll just shut that door for now. And we'll take a look through some of these chests. They've got plenty of resources for them to build with. So they could build a lot more with the amount of resources they have. And they have used a lot of what they've acquired already, building this really grand base. Ton of dyes in here, which should be, I might take some of those for a project that I've got coming up in the future. Some saddles and tons of horse armor, so yeah, tons of armor there for new players. If you just see this chest, I just couldn't believe how many discs that they've collected from different dungeons that they've explored around the world. And there is a really cool disc that I found over here, and this is the Strad disc, and It's definitely one that I think I might play for the cinematic of this video, coming up in probably a few minutes. And what's in here? More storage. This is kind of a more private part of the base, I think. This is probably off limits to most passers-by, but I'm going to take a look anyway. Have a look around and explore. Tons of stuff down here. I think I'm going to skip looking through all the chests. But it's just such a cool base. And such a big base, and they've designed so much. They've even got a secret room down here that I'm going to show you. Right, so we're pretty much at the end here. And yeah, I'll just flick that lever because this is kind of a one-way lever to keep this place private. And this is, I think, the guy's main room. It's just behind there, and it's got some interesting little features in here. So yeah, this is the overview of the place. You can definitely see he's got kind of backups of everything. He's got the dedicated wheat, potato, carrot, sugarcane, melon, and even mushroom over here. And it has a name, Derpy. Derpy the mushroom cow. And this is the map that I was talking about. You can see the entire base from up here. The little build that we started in, the pass across the ocean. I can't remember what that is. Oh, that's this floating house over there, a ship that we haven't seen yet, and a few other really cool things. And the whole thing takes up quite a few maps. It's a really big place, a really, really interesting place as well, with a lot of interesting paintings in the walls, and the clay that they've used down here is really subtle, and a very, very, just a great place, just a great touch up to this already amazing base. So I haven't actually been up there. I didn't even notice that. What? So over here is a really nice place as well. This is his fishing station. So, like, just look at that. How perfect is this? You can't get a much better fishing pond underground than this. He's recreated the sky and the clouds, and it looks really, really cute. And yeah, he's got the sun up there with the jack-o'-lantern, of course, that he's populated with all of his base. The primary lighting source is the jack-o'-lantern. A very, very natural feeling for this base. Okay, so we seem to have come up in like one of the guard towers. That's where this place leads to. Maybe an emergency exit, which would be pretty cool. If you need to escape the base, you can just get straight out the back without anybody realizing, and have a horse probably waiting for him to get away. So they've got the ship over here. Fairly basic ship, but we'll take a look at it. We'll head up the side. It does have probably a better interior than exterior. Yeah, a really cool little ship that they've got over here. There isn't too much else to say. And they've got the little probably below deck area with the trapdoors. Alright, so I didn't even check out up here, which is the upstairs to this house, which is a very, very nice place to kind of hang out. A very, very cool place on 2B2T. Like, who'd expect this much creativity and this kind of hospitality on 2B2T? So very, very, it very much impresses me. This is where the Varga Pass kind of heads out for thousands and thousands of blocks. They do have minecarts along the way for people to hop in and travel all the way to this base. So they are pretty keen for people to find it, but not too many people to find it. And yeah, you can see this is kind of the top of it. It's got a little fountain out here, a very cool fountain, and top of the base. I love the carpets and everything. It just looks so welcoming and cozy in here. Like, this would be a really, really nice base to live at. Okay, so here we are. Look at that. Look at this. We can see everything in render. This is so cool. And we'll just head over to the final build on our tour of this place. The little floating house over here. And this is kind of the only... there's something here that kind of tells me a little bit about the base itself. Like a person who based here. And we can turn back around and we can see the whole base. Or a good chunk of it. Yeah, a very, very cool base. And it's got these floating... I don't know. It's got like all this wool on top, and it kind of reminds me of, you know, Up, the Disney film Up. but who knows what that's supposed to be. I don't want to say something that it isn't. And it says, a gift from Silver Crown King. I'll send you a postcard from Paradise Falls. So I think Silver Crown King was probably one of the people that based here. And yeah, I really do like the whole aura that this place gives off. It's such a community. It just gives off such an aura and vibe of community and real, a lot of real passion poured into a lot of these builds out here. So I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.